Hi everyone, this is Rosa Kelly. So it seems like it's been a while since I made a video last, but I've been sick. As you can probably hear, my voice is being completely gone, so now I finally have it back a little bit. So I've been dying to share with you my new journal collection, and this is also going to be a design team project for Dreams Etc. And as you know, I've always enjoyed working with her digital collections. I will share with you a different video of some of the goodies that she sent me, and I do want to share with you because I wasn't able to do the design team video, but I do want to share with you the stamps that I use for this collection, which is the Mad Hatter Tea Party and the Alice in Armchair and this beautiful White Rabbit Plate. So these ones were also part of my journals, and I will link on the description box below the website to Dreams Etc. And you can also find the digital collection of the Alice. Now on her website she only has some of the collection, but if you go on her Etsy, which I will also link, you will find the complete collection there. Okay, so I am very excited to share with you these books. I put a lot of time and love into the design, and they are a little bit different than my normal junk journals, and you will see that in a minute. I will share with you each one more in detail, but I just want to give you an overlook. So all of them, I made these little charms, beading work here, and I am using some cord, and the cord that I'm using is natural hemp. Let me see if I have it here. It is this one. This is the natural hemp cord, and I just love how it feels. And then with the, with the beads, the weight, I just love how it falls down on the side of the journal. Now all these beads I got from my dear friend Julia Sivera, so thank you, Julia, for the beautiful beads that you sent me, and they all match the collection perfectly. I used some black and white, and then she also sent me, and this she sent me from a swap that we did, and some blue ones here that I wanted to incorporate. And again, I'll show you more in detail the beading work that I did. So it was a lot of fun coming out with different things for the special characters. Like for the queen, I added some red roses here, and these are just paper roses, and I included them into the bead in a little black and white, and then I have this key on the charm. Now each one of those, I did a mini little journal here. For the queen, I put this flower that I had on my stash, but they're all gonna be the same, and they have the same amount of pages. It's just so cute. I just love it. All the paper on this collection was coffee dye, so it looks very grungy, which is the feel that the look that I was going for. So these little books I did stitch down the center on my sewing machine, so all of them are the same. And so for the other ones, I just tied them with some twine to keep it close. And so yeah, so I really had a lot of fun playing with these beads. So this collection is going to be for sale on my website, which I'm also going to put the link on the description box below. So now let me go more in detail onto each one of the journals. Let's start with the Alice book. I wanted to keep Jennifer's original digital design because I really love how she played with the images and collaged it on the page itself. So all I did was just added the image and Mod Podge, so it's so it will last you a long time, and even if you spill something on it, you can wipe it. I do have a lot of blue little crochet trim and different trims in here. I am using a cereal box, so what I did with the box was first glue some craft color cardstock on it, and then I added the image and matte patch on top of that. So for the beads, I am using this little Tim Holtz, I don't know what it's called, but it looks kind of like a doorknob. So you know, you put it on the back there. I'll show you the inside, and I use that to tie my little beads. So as I already showed you, I did this little book for each one of the journals, and for the Alice I use a lot of blue and white, so you can see a lot of like beautiful flower designs on the beads, and like this one over here has some blue flowers, or the bead looks like a flower. And then I just tied different little charms, and I just really like how this came out. So I'll just give you a quick close-up so you can see it. So that is the Alice. Now they all have a closure, and I tried to match the ribbon as much as I could to the collection, and I just really had so much fun making these journals. So like I said, I was going for a very grungy kind of feel, so I do have a lot of the details from the stitching left behind, but you can definitely trim those out if you don't like the look of that. So I wanted to make the journals a different way, so as you can see, once you open the book, you actually have two journals side to side, kind of almost like a little gatefold. So let me just quickly show you this side over here. Here's one of the stamps that I use, the Alice in the armchair, and I did use a lot of vintage laces and some not vintage laces as well. And so here I have this little clip with this little flower charm, and the paper, again, very crunchy coffee dye paper. I did use a couple of different children's book to just add a little bit of color. So this is Alice on, you know, when the beginning of the book when she's dreaming, and here is the door. I did mix in some different scrapbook papers that I felt went with the theme. So this one has a lot of chairs, so I wanted to have a lot of room for you to just come and journal and do your own little collaging things, if you, because I love to write, so I really, on my journals, I do like to have a lot of writing space. I did stitch quite a lot on this journal. This is a very pretty vintage lace, and I just stamped all around. This is also from the digital collection, and I just created some different pockets and tags. I did use some book pages, but this book is not an Alice book. I did back some, these are all from the collection, so I just backed them on some of the coffee dye paper and stitch all around. I did a lot of stencil work as well. This is a very pretty lace with some blue stamping. This is just so different pages, and I love the feel of this page here. This is a book that I got at the thrift store, or just like a notepad, or I don't know, like a music book that had like worksheets on it. So those are the worksheets. And so here I just created a little text pad, and on the center I did a little pop-up, because I just, you know, I love Alice, and I think it's so much fun to work with the different images. So this is actually from a different children's book, and so each one of the journals will have a little just fun pop-up. So, you know, just little tags, and this little paper clip has this beautiful little charm in there, and then some laces throughout. I did create some floating pockets here, just one of the images from the digital collection, backed on some paper, and I stitch around to create the pocket, and then inside just more coffee dye little papers. And of course you can tag anything you wanted, and I wanted to keep these free flowing, so you can journal on the back, journal in here, so you can maximize your journal room. So over here, more stamping, another little pocket tag from the collection, And this is again the children's book. More vintage lace throughout. And then over here I created a tag spot, and I did this little booklet. I did quite a few booklets for each one of the characters. So over here some ribbon with the hearts on it. This is just the same digital print as this that I just printed out small, and I created this little booklet here, so you have a lot more room for journaling, quite a few pages there. And I did some ruffles and stitch through them so they look a little bit more grungy. And so that is that signature. And now let me show you this other one. So here I put some flag pearls, and I did some stamping. I added this lace and another little button here just to embellish the side of that lace, some stencil work. And so yeah, so just lots of fun creating this collection. I did more stamping there. This is just a little paper bag, and I love the design. It took me a long time to figure out which papers I wanted to use. I wanted everything to have like flowers, but not too colorful. So I really love the papers that I was able to find in my collections. And so yeah, so it was just fun going through all the different papers that I have. So this is another one of another page from the children's book with all the flowers, and I love it because I did include a lot of flowers in here. The coffee paper, oh my god, I love how it turned out. I put it in the oven for a long time. Each paper, I think I put like 15 minutes, so I really wanted it to be really dark. This is just a place so you can do some secret journaling in there. Here's the center of the signature, and I just made this into a tag spot. Here's a beautiful little bit that these little beads that I put into these paper clips, and this on the side to create this little little tag. And more ribbon pockets with different tags and places for you to journal on the back. And I really love this paper here. This is from that vintage paper collection that I show you that I picked up at Joann's. And more grungy paper. On this little pocket I created just this little Alice, and then you can probably put a little picture in there. That goes right there, and on the back just another little card there. And so yeah, I love this graphic paper here, and little stamping and stenciling. So that is my first journal. This is the Alice. So now I'm going to show you the other ones, but I'm going to just speed the video up a little bit. So I do want to show you these little mini journals that I did for some of the books. So this is just a little paperback little journal that I did using some more of my coffee dye paper. I did stitch this down the center and I created a little pocket in the back, or I just sealed down the little pocket thingy, and on the front I created another little pocket. So I hope that you guys enjoy the walkthrough of my journals. I hope that I was able to inspire you. Please visit Dreams Etc. if you would like to take a look at this beautiful collection. And like I say, these ones are going to be for sale on my website, so they should be up by the time I upload this video. So I want to thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye bye.